Yes. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for coming today. We're here actually at the corner of Turnbull and West Esplanade, where we had a SWAT roll this morning that was initiated probably around 10 o'clock. We had an adult individual that was having some mental episodes over the last few days. His wife was actually at the doctor's office early this morning to try to obtain a emergency committal on him. When another family member arrived here at the location to try to talk him into going to the hospital. Physical altercation, actually, well, that individual was attacked by the mental individual inside earlier today, which prompted our deputies being called. When our deputies arrived on the scene, they communicated with him through the front window, but they ended up firing shots from within inside the house. Our deputies retreated at that point in time, did not return fire at that point, just heard the gunshots from him inside the house, and we ended up setting the perimeter and activating our negotiation team and our SWAT team. Negotiations went on for several hours here today. At several times, he ended up firing additional shots. In fact, took out one of our robots that was on his front porch. But we ended up having a peaceful solution. At the end of the day, we utilized one of our robots to continue to communicating with him, another one of our robots to communicate with him, and he finally ended up coming out the back door and was taken into custody, which he'll go to the hospital shortly.
Sheriff, we heard a loud boom. Can you talk a little about what that
well, I don't know which boom you had. If it was the one right before, that was probably our robot, which was a big water jet that's knocking the door off the hinges from that standpoint. But then you also had several shots by him earlier by a shotgun at least, and I think that was also an earlier loud boom that you may have heard.
And what sort of charges is he going to face?
You know, I don't know yet. We're going to bring him to the hospital and the physician's emergency committal. He certainly will have some criminal charges, but we'll put warrants out, and once he gets his mind back in a better location, we'll end up going through with the additional bookings.
Sheriff, you were able to talk with the family. How grateful were they that this was a peaceful resolution?
You know, look, that's what we always hope for. Obviously, in these types of situations, the negotiations aren't always set on peace, and that's our job to continue to try to talk through them. You never know what that outcome is. I mean, at the end of it, he's in control, but hopefully we were able to get through to him, and obviously we had a peaceful outcome at the end of it.
Is there any info on the number of shots fired and where he got the gun and how he got the gun?
Well, I think he had several guns in the house, but I don't have a count. We haven't even started a search warrant to figure out how many shots he fired or where they were fired. I know he fired one at our robot because our robot's got to be picked up right now. But the reality of it is that, you know, I don't know the rest of them until they do search warrants.
Are we allowed to see his age?
I'm not going to give that information right now. I mean, although he'll have criminal charges, and y'all certainly will be able to get that. You know, we're treating this as a medical incident. We know he was we know he was mentally unstable from this morning. So I'll let either the family or the process work itself out. But I'm not going to release that now.
And there's a family member injured, you said?
No, not that I know of.
Another person?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, from earlier this morning, there was an altercation with another family member. To be honest with you, I don't know the injuries on that particular case.
Was he the only person inside the house?
Yes, from our arrival until this time, he was the only person inside the house. All right.
What is the value of that robot?
I don't know which one was shot, to be honest with you. We have several of them, and I don't know which one, but it's expensive.
It was sitting on the front porch?
We brought it up to the front porch, and I think I don't know if he shot through the window yet, Michelle, or if he opened the door, because he was doing kind of both during that period of time, but he obviously used the gun to shoot that robot. I don't know what weapon he used at this point because I haven't walked up there to find out. But well, he had a shotgun at one point in time. He also had a rifle at one point in time. I think he had a pistol also. So I don't know what gun was used to shoot the robot, but we'll certainly figure that out.
You guys recovered 3 guns?
We haven't even started processing that scene yet. Yeah.
What's his age?
I don't know.
And then have you all been to this house before for any of the previous?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't think we had any history. I think this is a recent onset from what I'm understanding. You know, I'll let the family look at it, but from what I understand, this is a recent onset, and no, we haven't had anything previously.
We were told that some of the nearby homes were evacuated. Do you know how many homes were?
I don't. I mean, we tried to evacuate anybody that was home certainly within that first block and on the back side of the property, but I don't know how many people were home and how many people had to leave.
Any idea when parents will be picking up people?
Hopefully we'll be clear soon. Look, I mean, we'll certainly have a presence at the house executing a search warrant, but most of these assets will be out here probably within the next 30 minutes.
One question, do we know if he had the proper license permitting to have these guns?
Well, that's not required in Louisiana, so he could have whatever he needed to. Yeah.
And Sheriff, if you could just talk about that process of negotiating with someone that has a mental history.
You know, look, that's what I have trained negotiators, and that changes on every occasion, right? You're trying to elicit response to get them to come out peacefully, and sometimes that changes, and sometimes you're playing it by ear because of the person that you're talking to. Certainly, I was here on scene where our negotiators were at a different location, so I wasn't privy to all of the negotiation tactics that they used today, but certainly they worked.
You guys, men and women, okay?
We're okay, no injuries on our part, and again, no shots fired by us from the original incident. Yes.
Sheriff, of course, y'all, State Police, ATF, we've seen. Any other agencies out here?
Not that I know of. I mean, JPSO certainly had the control. I think I saw some State Police that were here just in case. ATF normally shows up, and I don't know if they stayed here for the whole time, but in any type of role like this, we have different task force that you'll have additional people that will show up in case we need it.
Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate
y'all
it.
have a good one. Thank you.